Right, so today we're going to have a different route. I'm just going to come out for a short 5 mile walk around Cressbrook Dale and then back over Wardlow Cop Hay, I think, or Wardlow Hay Cop, one of the Ethels anyway. So I'll put the route in. It's got quite a lot of interesting stuff going on around here. So there's Peter Stone, which we'll get to very quickly. Then we drop down to Cressbrook itself, where there's an issue going off that I'll talk about when I get there, and then we're going to come back over Wardlow Hay Cop, which is one of the Ethels, and then down to Ravensdale Caves as well. So could be quite interesting. Shouldn't take too long, about 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. It's only 5 mile. Hoping to see quite a bit of flora and fauna as well while we're out, so we'll see what we find. So yeah, nice sunny day. And the reason I'm doing a short walk today is I'm fishing all day tomorrow, which again I'll video, but I don't want to go and knacker myself out too much and then ruin that. So anyway, I'll catch up with you when we get on the walk. I'll do the 3D walkthrough like I always do, and I'll see you shortly. Right guys, so this is today's walk, a bit of a shorter one than normal, but we're going to start off the walk's down Cressbrook there, but we're going to start off here on a little bit of a lay-by. So this is the A623 here. It's the main road over towards Chapel on the Frith from sort of Sheffield way. And if you drop down here just before the Yonder, I think this is Yonder and Cafe and Wardlow Myers here. It's a little road to Litton and Wardlow. If you drop down here, there's a lay-by just on this corner. Not an official lay-by, but cars parked there when they go walking. And there's a footpath here. So I just parked up there today. That's where I started from. So we'll start the walk now. So essentially, we drop down into Cressbrook Dale. And then we walk down to the main path and we come to St Peter's Stone. And then we carry on down the dale itself. Lovely limestone crags and the like. And then we drop down through following the river basically, or the brook, and into some lovely woodland here. Lovely fauna and fauna. All sorts in there. It's just beautiful. Really pleasant, not too busy when I was there. I can imagine it getting busy in summer. And as we drop down a dale, we eventually get to the village of Cressbrook Dale. There's a bit of a nutter cult going off there, which I'll tell you about. And then we drop down essentially into what's called Upperdale. We drop down to where the mill is and the car park and the bridge over the River Wye. That's really cool, dippers and all sorts. Then we followed up Haydale. So this is going up Haydale now. That's a lovely little dale. Very quiet, not many people around. As you come out of Haydale, we then veer off over to the left, across some open access land. At this point, I dropped down to try and see if I could find Ravencliff Cave, but I couldn't find it, so I came back up there so you can avoid that. You're better off getting to the bottom. And then we follow up to the trig point at Wardlow Hay Cop, one of the Ethels. Lovely views there. And then we drop down into Cressbrook Dale again from there. So just follow the path. It's a well-marked path. You can't really go wrong. Back into Cressbrook Dale, along past St Peter's Stone again. Not St Peter's, past Peter's Stone again. And then just veer off to the left and back up to the car. So yeah, lovely little walk that. You get a bag of Ethel if that's your thing. And then some lovely scenery, lovely wildlife. So in total that was just under 7 miles. Not a huge amount of ascent, about 1,000 foot, just under 1,100 feet I think it was. However, it all was all pretty much in one go, so just be aware of that. About 3.5 hours, you can do that in the afternoon or even an evening. So yeah, I'll join you on the walk itself now. On my first faux pas, didn't download the map, but it's just downloading now, so lesson learned there. I must not have given it enough time. But anyway, where we are here, we're just below, that's Wardlow Myers there. This is the road to Cressbrook, so Cressbrook Dale's just here. That's St Peter's Stone. So the legend has that is the last place that someone was gibbeted. What that means is after they're hung or executed, they put the body in a cage and hang it there until all the bones are picked clean, etc. as a bit of a warning. So yeah, now that was in 1815, and the story goes that on New Year's Day in 1815, Hannah Oliver, who was a toll keeper there at Wardlow Myers just over the way there, was murdered for a pair of red boots by one Anthony Lingard, who was 21. He was convicted and executed after the killing in Derby, and then he was hung in chains on here as a bit of a reminder. He was from Tideswell. However, the folklore about it being the last murderer would probably be wrong, as there was a person gibbeted on 1st of August 1832, and actually gibbeting was not abolished till 1834. So a bit of history there. So that was a rock where he was allegedly gibbeted from. We're going to walk down the dale here now, down to Cressbrook, and then come back around the top and then back down again. I might even try coming along there by the looks of it. It looks like you can get down there. There's a bit of a path. So that's the plan today. I think the map's downloaded now. So we're going to head down here now and hopefully have a nice afternoon's walk. Trying out some new gear today. Bought these metal Moabs. I've always been one for boots, but what I found is when I'm walking on roads and things, which is a bit of a road walking later on this, it tends to be quite hard when you're wearing scarpers because they're quite a firm sole. So I'm just going to try these out today. If I was up on Kinder or anything like that, I'd have my scarpers on, but this is fairly steady walking, a bit of road walking. Also bought myself some sprayway lightweight trousers. I tried to get in my my ones that I've been wearing for the last couple of years, but that was like, yeah, not going to happen. That was. I think I put a bit of weight on, so I've had these for a few years. They were just some cheap Aldi ones, so yeah. But look, stunning scenery. There's Peter Stone. I'll get a picture of that. I think it's quite good with the clouds and that. But yeah, so I'm going to try this gear out. The trousers are really comfy, very lightweight, windproof, but yeah, a lot more comfortable than winter ones. So anyway, I'll catch up as we walk down the dale now, and I'll update you when we get to Cressbrook about a bit of an issue there with a TV celebrity and some land they bought, but I'll fill you in on the details when we get there. Like a lot of these dales, there's someone up over on Peter Stone there. There's limestone, there's always caves. You can see there, that goes back a fair old way. Too big to fit down there. But yeah, it should be quite a scenic walk this. So we're going to head off down here. I'll take some pictures of that and then we'll crack on past where allegedly, well, say someone was gibbeted there, weren't they? I just told you about that, but whether it was the last man in Derbyshire, that's debatable. Or over a pair of red boots. Anyway, let's crack on down here. Lots of these lovely purple flowers. I found out what they are. I'm not sure they're some type of orchid, but I'm no expert, but there's lots of them. It's like dandelion mania around here as well. But yeah, beautiful. I'll find out what they are, put a picture up and a bit of info. We're heading down now here, classic limestone dale territory with a white peak. Looks like the path might, you can go up there. I think you can just follow it down the bottom. I'll follow it down the bottom if it's not too wet. It's quite dry today, but I think, yeah, the path just circumvents that bit there, doesn't it? Lovely trail of dandelions here along the path. And yeah, Peter Stone there. Beautiful. Anyway, just another thing, a bit sunny today. I've put some factor 50 on. And some of you may laugh, but I am ginger, but it's quite personal to me and my missus. She's had melanoma twice. Not even a big sunbather. But what they said is she absolutely has to keep out of the sun and put factor 50 on. So, you know, keep an eye out, because the only way we spotted that was a mole that looked a bit of an odd shape and a bit of an odd colour. The second time round, the first time round, it was just like what looked like a birthmark. But in all, she'd been very lucky that it was just what they call in situ, in the top layer of skin. So yeah, always better to be safe than sorry. So hat on, sun cream on, good, and job's good and good to go. Although it's gone a bit cloudy now, but clouds don't make a lot of difference. Yeah, boggy down there, so we'll follow the path around here. Beautiful scenery. Peter Stone from a different angle there. I'll try and find out why it's called Peter Stone, because when I was looking I never really found out much about it apart from the old gibbeting story. So when we come back, I think we come back along the top there is the plan, after we've been to Wardlow Hay Cop. But there's some flowers there that look quite interesting. Just going to have a wander over to them. But yeah, you can hear the bird song. Blackbirds, skylarks in the distance. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. I can hear this camera thing. I keep thinking it's a bird sound, and it's just a camera bag squeaking. But yeah, look at this, beautiful, so quiet. What you can hear is the birds and my dulcet tones. Lovely like path through the dandelions here. They just seem to be going crazy this year. Fields full of them. Well, yeah, I'm just going to carry on flying all the way down to Cressbrook, and a bit of road walking back up Haydale and over to the trig point, and then back down to Peterstone via Ravencliff Caves. I'll fill you in a bit more detail about them when we get there. And yeah, nice little afternoon stroll. I'm starting to feel a bit better. Had a few too many pints of Coronation Ale yesterday. There's one of these flowers. I took some pictures of. Really beautiful. I don't know what that is. But I've got some books at home, and sometimes find Google Lens is quite good at giving you a steer, and you can just validate it in your books. So I've got Collins books, pictorial books, guides to wildlife, trees, flowers, insects. They're all quite useful as a reference. But Google Lens is not a bad little app to put on your phone. It's free, you can search by the picture. It's not always good, but it'll give you a steer in the right direction. Oh yeah, look at this lovely old wall. That might make a good shot. So heading straight down here now, all flat pretty much. The only real climb is up to that trig point in a bit, so probably quite a steady walk that anyone could do really. This must be like an old stream bed, but it's dry as a bone. See the rocks and the moss on them, but yeah, not a drop even after all this rain. Yeah, a little bit of water here, but not a lot. That's dried up really quick. Guess it probably does in limestone areas. There's a bit of an old mill or something, a bit of a man-made stream. Or gully by the looks of it. See if I can find anything out what that might be. Could be sort of an old mill or something. So we're gonna carry on around this bend now. Just seen a guy out there, his remote controlled trucks. I'm pretty sure he posts on Facebook. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna head around here to the right. The sun's out now. But ignore this, is a lot wetter along the bottom. I think the path tends to divert off to the left, but not today. All the way through the middle. Beautiful. Butterflies around, trying to catch them on the camera, see what they are. Quite small white ones. I don't think they're cabbage whites, but I'll see if I can capture one. There's quite a few of them around, so hopefully. So yeah, we're going to head down there for this woodland now. Hopefully I might see some bluebells while we're out and about, because it's that time of year. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later on. Don't know if you can hear the birds, loads of bird life. Bit of a pool here that's not quite dried up. Those butterflies got an orange tip. I can't remember the name now, I've seen them before. I'll find out what they're called and see if I can get a picture of one or not. If not, I'll just dig one out off the internet, because they don't stay still very long. So we haven't got all day, but I'm guessing these are some sort of drains here, or water flows down from something, maybe caves or something. But anyway, go for this style nap that somebody hasn't shut. You know how difficult it is to shut a gate, you know. Unless it won't fit, sometimes they move, don't they? But yeah. Oh no. There you go. How difficult was that? Locked. Right. Just going to follow this path down here. Over this little tree that's fell. It's like a silver birch. It's trying to get me more water now, so keep an eye out for things like frog spawn and newts. You never know. Beautiful little bit of water there. Not sure what this plant is. Looks a bit minty, but could be anything. The one thing you've got to be very careful of one of the most deadly plants in this country, water drop hemlock I think, or something like that. I'll check out the name of it, but that grows next to water like this. And similarly watercress, best not to eat it from the wild, some sort of parasite or fluke that you can get from it. So yeah, I'm not an expert by any stretch on that sort of thing, although it does interest me. But I'll see if I can find out what that is. Yeah, a little spot, all the birds singing, nice little path. Not really seen too many people either. I've come out a bit later. By about 3 o'clock most people are finishing their walk or off to the pub, so that's what time I've come out. I'm hoping it's a little bit quieter. A glow on that tree. Lovely bird song. See if I can get a picture of that. This tree out of the way. I fell over. Look at that. Big old lump there, isn't it? We're going to head up here anyway. A few bluebells around. Some here. Not huge amounts. I'm not sure if we're getting towards the end, but I shall get some pictures of those. Wild garlic there, about ready to flower. You can smell it. That whole bed of it. They'll all come out with white flowers. It's not quite there yet, but you can smell that. If you had smell-o-vision, that's all you'll be able to smell is garlic. You can see, look, just budding. Beautiful. They use some of that wild garlic in the pub at the George and some of their food there. It's really nice. Not as strong as garlic. Not as overpowering, and wild and free as well, so you know, why wouldn't you? It's a beautiful little woodland. It's just proper, you know, native woodland. I mean, look at these trees. You don't see it very often these days. This is obviously Cressbrook, so that's now flowing. Maybe that top end just doesn't get a lot, apart from in winter, I'm assuming, but it's flowing a bit there now, lovely and clear. Unlike a lot of rivers these days, you see what the government's chucking in terms of pollution in the seas and rivers. It's disgusting. You see how some of these chalk streams are getting ruined. Look at that, that's just reams and reams of wild garlic, dotted with bluebells. Beautiful. Had a lovely day as well. The lights just beautiful. Just catching these trees, you see it on the branches like the gold. Stunning. So we're going to carry on down here now, heading towards Cressbrook. I don't think we're far away now. There's a cute little bridge here. Super duper. Yeah, brook's dried up here again. See loads of birds. I just can't get any pictures there. There's quite a bit of foliage coming out on the trees now, so they tend to be hidden away. Some beautiful bird song. Looking at a map, be a chaffinch or something. I get to Cressbrook, have a sausage roll, swap my battery, and then we'll crack on up to Wardlow Hay Cop. I think we'll go this way. You can go that way, but it's not looking too bad down there. I might risk it. These boots so far are a bit slippy on some of the limestone. My uncle went over earlier. It's okay, like, but in the scarpers I would not even notice that. But with these, obviously, the ankle protection really isn't there. So, but they're a nice lightweight trainer walking shoe. I'm using them as my sort of day-to-day sort of shoes, or whatever you want to call them at the moment. My last ones were the Gatter, I think, and they fell apart quite quickly. I'm hoping these don't, these Merrill ones, although I've heard mixed reviews. Some people swear by them, some say that they're now made in India and the quality is not great. So we'll see how we get on over the next few months. So I'll probably wear them for walks like this, but not so much when it's more serious walking. Scarpers have a firmer sole and, like I say, that extra protection. These are Gore-Tex, so they will be waterproof, but that remains to be seen. Don't take much to go over the top of them, where again with your boots, I can go out with gaiters on, mate, and there'll be no water getting in, even up to your knees. It won't be a problem. Can hear some birds in there. Cool. Over here, over this tree. Got a few trees down over the path by the looks of it. But we'll catch it when we get to Cressbrook, and I'll have a quick check of my ankle. It's twinging a little bit. Did sort of go over a bit on it. But anyway, we can still walk at the moment. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Somebody's got a sense of humour. Good to see that sort of thing. Another fantastic gate. Must have come down the post by the looks of it. I can just see some buildings down there, so I think we're heading to Cressbrook now. Oh, look at that, some more bluebells there. That's more like it. That's more like it. I should make a nice picture through that tree, I think. Yeah, it's a house there on the, by an old mill or something. I'm just going to take some pictures here now. I'll be back to you shortly. Yeah, this is a wild garlic. It's flowering here. Look at that. Smell it. Look at this whole woodland just covered in it. Absolutely covered in that and bluebells. I should get a picture of that. It's just a carpet of it. Super. Lovely old cottages here. Probably old mill workers. Yeah, beautiful. Yes, this is we're in Cressbrook Dale now, bottom of where Cressbrook is. I'll make a good shot there, won't it? And then crags as well. I'll take. So you'll see these signs everywhere. Okay. So I'll just before my battery runs out, it's getting low. Better. So Cressbrook Dale, there's some TV, they say celebrity. She was on Dragon's Den. I think she was the founder or something to do with the Red Letter Days company. Rachel something or other. But I'll put a link to the website and a bit more information. But she's basically bought, I think it's about 80 acres in this dale. And then she's parceled that off into 1 acre plots. And selling them off for £8 a pop to investors. But it's all part of some sort of cult's probably a bit strong of a word, but they all believe there's going to be a food crisis, and so they can grow their own food and stuff like that. But what they've done is they've given them free rein to do what they like with the land, and they're making a right mess of it, chopping trees down, dumping old caravans on it and whatever. So they've been a big campaign locally. I'll put again a link to the website to stop them doing this, because it's just destroying all the local flora and fauna. And essentially Peak National Park have now got involved, said stop anything you're doing. It should have stopped notice. If you want to do anything else on this land, you have to sort of get the right planning permission in place, etc, etc. So hopefully that's going to put a stop to it, because that's utter madness. Some loon off whatever has gone off in her head about a food crisis. You know, a bit like these preppers, I guess. Although I sort of get that a bit, but you don't just divide land up in a beautiful area like this and just sell it off to anybody who wants to buy it. It's madness. Anyway, I'll put a link to the website in the description. So yeah, we're going to head off up here now, grab some food. Got a sausage roll, bit of cornflake tart. I might have a sausage roll first, cornflake tart at the top of the trig point when I probably need it. But yeah, we're going to follow this road now, this road here, down to Cressbook itself. And then we're going to come back up the other side, up Haydale. Stunning place though. Nice little place to live at, innit? Beautiful. Those cottages were Ravensdale Cottages, I've just seen the sign. So above them, up in the trees here, we'll be going there later. That's where the Raven Cliff cave is. So hoping to find that. That's meant to be quite a large cave, quite a lot of ancient history in it. So yeah, we'll see. We're going to head down here into Cressbrook now, through there, back out the other side, and up Haydale. So a bit of climbing involved then. So yeah, glorious weather, lovely and warm. These trousers I bought, brilliant, so lightweight and cooling, but also windproof as well. So like a mesh liner. Yeah, I'm pleased with them so far. These are my go-to trousers now till we get through probably to autumn, winter, and I'll get my winter trousers out again. They're also meant to be fast drying, so if you get wet or whatever and a bit of a shower or anything, they'll just dry off really quick. So yeah, so cool and light. Same with the shoes, to be honest. I think I've been walking my boots, that'd have been a bit more heavy going. These are so light, they're ideal for that sort of thing. But like I say, when you're doing some more of the serious stuff, I'll fall back on my scarpers, no doubt about that. Anyway, we're heading into Cressbrook now, down the road. I'll catch up when we get there, because I'll probably stop by the river and have my lunch and a bit of a drink. Here we are, coming into Cressbrook now. Nice big old house here, some sort of hall. Bottom Hill Road. Quite apt, because that's up. The rest of the village is up that hill there. It's a big house here, look. We're going to go down here to the river. Sounds like an old mill pond there, but you know how in. This now is Upperdale, goes around into Monsaldale, Watercombe, Jollydale is there, back there. There's also Cresswell Tunnel over that way, if you're walking the Monsell Trail, because that heads over that way, across the top there I think. So we'll have to do that one day. It's not a bad little walk. But for now we're heading to the car park down here. If I remember rightly, it's right next to the river. You can see the Monsell Trail there. I think the tunnel is there and goes through that hill. You just see it there, cyclists on it. So that's the Monsell Trail. That's quite a good walk. The tunnel's quite long, but we'll leave that for another day I think. We can see back towards the village of Cressbrook, all laid out there. That's a big hall there. Yeah, beautiful. Apart from these nutters who bought the land up and trying to turn it into some sort of, I don't know, hippie commune or something I guess. But anyway, we're going to wander down here and sit by the river, switch my batteries out. These walking shoes, I'm banging on about them, so much better on roads. So I've got quite a bit of road walking now to do, so far better. A bit more flexibility in the sole. You see the river over there. So yeah, I'll catch up with you when I stop for my lunch. Alright, on the river, it's the River Wye, the Derbyshire Wye. See if we can get a bit more of that around the corner. So we're headed up here now. This is Haydale, and a bit of road walk, and then we turn off left over to the trig point on Wardlow Hay Cop. So saw a dipper there, got some pictures. I don't know how good they're going to come out, it was quite a way away, but beautiful little birds bobbing around they are, feeding insects. So there's a few of those in Derbyshire. Used to have them when I used to live in Wardlow Club, when we live there. So yeah, a bit of climbing now. So I've had my sausage roll down by that beautiful little spot on the River Wye. Now for some sweat. I'll see you when we get to anything interesting. There's quite a cool little building there, I'll make a good photo. Yeah, up here we're going to go now. I'll catch up with you in a bit. There's a ski slope there. Lovely dales these. Not a soul to be seen. Nice steady climb by the looks of it. That was probably fatal last words. Lovely little dale though this. Then not many people come up this one. Don't know these EVs are ash, but there is dash dieback around this area. Well, these trees all look dead. They don't look like they're budding or anything. Could be wrong. So, anyway, keep plodding on. Look at that. 20 odd miles to the nearest McDonald's. I'll pick that up and take it home, but balls my piss. I better come up here smoking dope. Someone went past earlier on with a bifter on. And it's like, do it in your own house, mate. Don't ruin a lovely place like this with your gear. Tossers. Love these little tree-lined dales and roads. Imagine what it was like back in Robin Hood's times. Apparently you could go from London to York and a squirrel would never touch the ground. There was that much forest. Not much left these days, but you can imagine it all being like this. Amazing. Beautiful. So we'll keep plodding on. Just a steady climb, I think. And then probably a short climb to the trig point, if I remember. It's quite a distinctive hill for those of you who know it. It's almost like a pyramid. So yeah, we'll get on to the top of that in a bit. And then we'll drop down to the cave. And then we'll drop back down into Cressbrook Dale and back to the car. Well, that was a beautiful little dale, that. Heading out now into the open country a bit more, so probably get our first view of Wardlow Hay Cop, which is where we're headed. Lots of wildlife in there, can't get any photos. I disturbed a few squirrels, you could hear all the bird life. Beautiful. We're just coming out of the wood now, and you can hear that bird, can you hear that? There it is. I wonder what that is, see if I can get it. Just saw a kestrel or something, I took a few pictures. That's Wardlow Hay Cop there, I think. I think the path goes off up here now, onto some open. Yeah, it was a kestrel, look, it's there. Hovering, definitely, I think. So we're going to go up here, I think, and then we end up on Wardlow Hay Cop, so a bit of a climb by the looks of it, but it's across open access land. So yeah, let's go give it a shot. Climb here, up to the top here and across, and then we end up to the trig point there, after we've been to the cave. I was going to go up to the trig point then the cave, but I think now I'll go to the cave first and then up to the trig point. Meant to be some bulls and cows in here, but I've not seen any yet. I think there might be over there, a bit of luck. But anyway, we're going to crack on up here. Hi Mr. Sheep, or Mrs. Sheep, how are you? They're not bothered, are they? Quite a hot day today for them. Bit of a squeeze style, squeeze being the word. However, the cave is over there on the map, so I'm wondering which way to get to that. If you could walk just along here, it is open access, but it looks like there's a fence. Oh, skylark. I think we'll follow the road path this way and do what I said, double back down that wall there. I think it's a bit wilder there. You can hear skylarks everywhere, blackbird in the distance, and then we're headed up here, so we'll get some cracking views from up there, right across over towards Monsell Head, the viaduct and everything. Quite a nice walk. Bit of a climb up there, as you can see, but I'll go and try and find this cave first. Up to the hill, then back down on the top and back down into Cressbrook. That skylark came down over there somewhere, distracted me from the nest probably. Yeah, I'm not an Ethel bagger, so even though that is an Ethel, I gave up bagging hills years ago. I tend to get obsessed with bagging so many in a day, and you tend to get speed up quite a bit, and then you miss out on all the wildlife and enjoying the walk. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, although, you know, the older you get, the more of a sprint it needs to be, I guess. Anyway, I'll catch up with you hopefully when we get to this cave through this bit of sort of scrubland here to the left. I think if I follow that wall, well, that will get me to the cave, I think. On an official path here, I think we can just about get over this. There's like a foothold in there, so we'll give that a shot, and then I'll catch up with, because I can the caves down here and across to the left a bit. Yeah, down to Cressbrook Dale there. Bit of a style here, which will go to the left, which I think takes us to where this cave is according to the map. It's just over that way. See how tricky it is to get, because these look quite sharp edges. But we'll give it a go. You can go caving in there, I believe, as well. But let's go and find it. That is a long way down. So it's over this way, along the edge. Probably walk along the edge all the way back, but I do want to go up that trig point. But for now, I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. Because if you get it wrong here, it ain't great. Stunning views though. Stunning views. These birds here circling. You know what they are? Crows, rooks, ravens. Not ravens, blue rooks, jackdaws maybe. Yeah, I'm going to lean towards jackdaws with the crags. Yeah, quite a sociable bird. Anyway, I'll follow it around here, take a few pictures, hopefully get into the cave. I think it's just around this corner somewhere. Keep following this path because I'm sure people go here quite regular. So let's go and have a look. Fucking hell, don't do that then. Hit your eye on the ground. I think this might be it here. Anyway, wow. I don't think there's a good way around there. It's a bit of a shitter. So stuck to the other side of the wall, I think. It's not really a path through there. Certainly not one I want to take anyway. That's a shame. I'll find out a bit more about the caves. I think they're around here somewhere. Probably easier to get up from the bottom than from the top. It did say above Ravensdale Cottages, which are just down here. So yeah, probably not the best idea to try from the top down. Anyway, stunning views though. Stunning views. Let's try that another time up from the bottom up. Oh dear, I'm not a sheep or a goat. So we'll head up now, back up to the trig point. That was a shame. I was looking forward to getting inside that cave. Anyway, back we go. Beautiful little pond. How cute is that? Saw some little fish topping in there. Cast a line in that, eh? With all sorts. Stunning clouds there. Might be a bit of rain coming. And they've got cows at the trigger point. Sod's law. Company at the top of the trigger point. Head of bollocks. Beautiful views. All the way across over towards Dale, Cressbrook. There's a cow, that one. Beautiful. We'll leave these two. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if I turned it off or not. There we are, stunning views. Some cattle for company. They look like an old breed. Superb views. Over towards Great Hull, Cloeam, Bretton. Back round here towards Dale, Cressbrook Dale, Upperdale. So yeah, we're going to head off down here now. And I'll grab a bit of drink and a cornflake tart there, I think. Bloody hell. Skylark just came up just down here. Never have your bloody camera on you, do you, when you want something like that? So close. Never seen one that close before. But some glorious skies and clouds and the sun now. A bit of a change in the weather coming. It's going to rain tomorrow. You know why it's raining tomorrow? Because I'm going fishing. Sod's law, innit? Hey, it's only water. We're 80% water. At least it's going to be warm. Sometimes it can bring the fish on the feed. I mean, the place we're going is rammed full of fish, so even Mr. Blankety Blank here shouldn't fail. But yeah, Skylark. Bloody hell, so close. It literally came out about 2 foot away. Anyway, I'll catch up with you when we start to climb down back into Cressbrook Dale. Then we're just back up to the car then the way we came. So not too long left. I'm gonna catch a drink down here. Getting a bit parched now. Have a bit of cornflake tart. Yeah, stunning day, stunning walk. Yeah, fantastic style. But yeah. So we're now back on the top above Cressbrook Dale. We're going to head down there, back into the dale down here, back round and up to the car over there. So I don't think we've got long left now. Just trying to find out if it spins. I think I buggered up the no, about 3 hours, just over 1100 foot of ascent. Because I didn't start at the start, I think it's got a bit of a wobbler in terms of tracking the route against where I am. But yeah, look at these beautiful flowers here. Stunning skies over there. There's like some rain coming, like I said earlier. Maybe just follow this along the edge now for a bit and then we drop down there and then head back to the car the way we came. I think I'm going to go to where that bit of wood is there and have a drink and something to eat. Quite thirsty. Went over on my other foot earlier. Cumbersome fucker I am. But yeah, not hurt me so. Well, not too bad with these shoes. I think they're alright probably for a shorter walk and on the roads maybe. But I think if it was a long distance or a boggy or whatever, or a lot of ascents and stuff, I'd probably go back to my old faithfuls. But yeah, look at that down there. Beautiful, stunning views. So I'm going to rehydrate, get a big dose of sugar in the system. Look at these cows here, alright chaps, not Friesians. But yeah, so I'll stop here, grab a bite to eat, quick drink, finish my water off probably, and then start the descent. I think the path you can see there, I think, just goes down there. Saw some people coming down it when I was coming up, and then yeah, back to the car, back home. I'm not going to get back for the family quiz, so I might have to just go to the pub and have a cold pint of lemonade, a bit of lime in it. That's appealing to me at the moment. So I'll just sit here and taking the views. Right, Mr. Cow or Bull? Yeah, you can see the path takes us down there and back onto the dale. So it's not quite a steep one. So that should be fun on the old knees. We'll have to remember to bring my sticks with me. I think I got one, but I should be alright today. And yeah, See how we get on next time. Depends how steep an ascent and descent we're doing. Definitely some really cool clouds over. That even looks like it's forming a bit of a thunderhead. See the column going up? That could be forming a thunder cloud potentially, because we're due some rain tomorrow. That's a classic sort of anvil shape forming there. So yeah, hopefully we'll be home in the pub by then on lemonade, no beer. Like I said earlier, too many Coronation Ales, and I found out the damn stuff was about 6%, which explained why the 4 or 5 pints I had felt like 7 or 8. Anyway, we're going to crack on down here now, and then I'll probably catch up with you, see anything interesting, wildlife wise or whatever. I'm on our way down here now, and it's a bit of a flat run and then hill back up to the car. Just talking to a couple either the same route but the other way around. They stopped for a pint, which I'm glad I didn't. However, just had a pub when we get home. From sunlight into the shadow. Oh, that's nice and cool. Just along here now, past old Peter Stone and back up to the car. Quite an enjoyable walk that. Not too steep, bit of a climb up to Wardlow Hay Cop, won't deny that. That was about most of the climb in the whole walk, just shy of 1100 foot in about one go. So that was interesting. I need to get a bit fitter, I think. I keep saying that every week, don't I? Maybe I've just at peak fitness. I just pick hard walks, who knows. Anyway, I'll catch up with you when I get back to the car if I don't see anything else. Do a bit of a summary. Guarded by dandelions. So I'll come around the corner, look at the light. It might be in for some good light on some Peter Stone potentially. I'll have a look when we come around the corner. Could be one or the other, who knows. The sun's sort of just coming to the top of the sides of the dale now, so look at it, it might well catch it. I'll have a look when we come around the corner. There's Peter Stone, some quite cool shadows there. Just watched a pair of hares run all the way across here and up that side. Got some photographs hopefully. Sorry about that. They were quite a way away though, so I don't know how good they're going to come out. But I think they were boxing at one point, because I tried to take some pictures. I don't know how good they'll zoom in. They are in a raw file format, so you never know, look. But yeah, they went up there towards that wall. I'm not sure if they're sat there watching me now or whether they've done a runner. They kept stopping and looking back at me. There's a pair of them, they look like adults. There's some cows up there. I'll make a good shot if he stays still. So there we are, back home now. Nice little walk that, 6.8 miles, 1089 foot of ascent, 999 something foot of descent, something like that. So got over well over 1,000 foot of ascent all on that one climb when I looked at the profile. So yeah, all the way to the top of that trig point from the bottom of Cressbrook Dale. But yeah, really interesting, that bit of history there about the gibbet. Shame we couldn't get to the caves. The caves have got some Paleolithic type activity from well over 100,000 years BC, so that would have been really interesting to get to. But I'm looking at it now, you have to get to that from the bottom, not the top, by the looks of it. But hey, oh, never mind. Bit of wildlife out there as well, and you know, bit of interest around what's going on there in Cressbrook Dale with the TV celebrity and the sort of doomsday cult, for want of a better word. Anyway, so yeah, I'll put all the GPX routes up as usual, everything else in the Facebook group. Like and subscribe to the channel, please, and any ideas on anything that you want me to go and do on these walks and whatever, let me know. Tomorrow I'll be fishing, so I'm going to film that tomorrow, so a day's fishing. It's not a commercial fishery, nothing exciting, but hopefully get a bend in the rod. So I'll see you next time.